Hi guys, it's me, Boo.
And Dad.
And this is going to be kind of a remake video because, let's just say me and Dad weren't very impressed with the footage that we got our first time reviewing the Mummy. So we decided to run it back because, in my opinion, the Mummy deserved better.
Yeah, I think we had a dirty camera lens or something, so the video didn't come out very well. So this is the reshoot. And yeah, this is him. This is the 12th Mummy, the original one from last year, which was 2022, that debuted from Lowe's. Yeah, he is made by Jimmy, which I'm sure you guys have heard of them. They make a lot of the airborne inflatables and all kinds of decorations. And this guy is actually pretty awesome. I'm sure he came out to compete with Home Depot's 12-foot Skelly, which I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're familiar with him. He is different, though. You know, he is definitely a mummy, and he is the same size and kind of looks similar. There's, like I said, a lot of big differences. Mainly with him is that he is animated, so he moves. You probably saw that in the beginning of the video. He also lights up, which Skelly does not. And we'll give you a little look here at the movement.
Yeah, to be honest, Skelly, he only has the eyeballs, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, he has the sound, as you can hear. I think that sounds pretty good for a mummy.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's got all the LED lights that run up and down his chest and his legs. He also has them in his head. Now, ours stopped working in our headlights. Excuse the pun. Stopped working before the end of last year. I should have checked them out this year, but I was really running late on getting Halloween out. I didn't have time. But it's just LED lights, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be a real easy fix. But yeah, like I said, normally his head would light up too. So I'm going to try to get that straightened out sooner than later, hopefully. But he's really, really awesome. I mean, the material and stuff for his outfit is really, really thick. And it's pretty detailed, and it's layered. So you've got like the outer kind of meshes look stuff. Then you've got this really outer layer that kind of feels like burlap. Then you've got an inner layer that's almost like a nylon, weather-resistant type material. So I felt like he was made pretty good, to be honest with you. Here's a look from up down here. I love his movement, you know, kind of back and forth. It's just so impressive that something this size, you know, can have animation like that. And they did it for only about $50 more than what Skelly cost. So he was about $350 versus $300. Now I'm sure the other way they get away with that is his frame. So the only thing with him that's actually like, I guess I would say a real, you know, like plastic is the hands and the head. And they're done really well. But everything else is just the cloth covering up a giant metal frame. You know, which is fine for this. I have no problem with it whatsoever. But, you know, that's kind of how they were able to cheat a little bit, get the cost kind of down, versus having, you know, like Skelly is a completely, you know, plastic molded 12-foot skeleton. So obviously there's a lot more to him. And he weighs more. This guy's a lot lighter than Skelly. But still, it's a very, very cool piece. I like it. It also has 4 different colors you can choose from. There's a red, there's a blue, a green, and then the white that you just saw there. So you can choose what you want. It comes with a timer, so he'll come on for 6 hours at whatever time you set it to come on, and then he'll go off for 18 and repeat the cycle over and over as long as he has constant power. That's kind of the trick with him. So if you're trying, you can't really use him with a timer because every time he loses the main power source, he resets back to the off position. So you have to kind of run a constant power to him and set his own internal timer, and then he'll come on for the 6 hours and then go off for the 18. That's kind of how that works. Also, the weird part too with him, and I'm not sure if it's all of them, maybe it's just ours, but you only get this sound when you have him in try me button mode. You see I try me button is down there. When he's on timer mode, you don't get the sound. He just moves and lights up, which I thought was kind of weird. Maybe they just thought you don't want to hear the sound for 6 hours. I don't know. It's very odd. But I'm going to come up the porch here and give you a look from the backside. I thought another thing they did really well with him too is they included these guy wires. And ours, like you said, it does look a little janky from the back. I don't have his pants pulled all the way up. and the guy wires kind of stick out. And you can see that that metal frame there is kind of coming underneath his giant shirt there, but that's kind of what forms his shoulders. But
the important thing is that who's going to be looking in the back anyway?
yeah, but they include these guy wires, which, you know, the Home Depot stuff doesn't include. And like for us, because I kind of have him set up as a porch greeter, you know, our front steps are there. I've tied him off to our rail, and that helps out a lot as far as keeping him where he needs to be, not falling over the wind, all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, a big giant base down there. I've got some bricks under mine just to level it out a little bit, but I think it looks awesome. Come back around from the side, get your little side profile. And I kind of let all this stuff kind of grow up. It's kind of dying since the summer anyway, the flower garden. And I think it looks really cool with him kind of popping out of it. And then I'll whack it all down after Halloween. And you can see the last bit of the flowers. But like I said, coming back here, having him kind of popping up from behind all that, I always thought it was a really cool look. And like I said, I love him as a porch greeter. Very awesome. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the review, and we'll catch you on the next one.
And also, just want to thank everyone for getting us to 430 subscribers.
Absolutely. Take care, everybody. Happy Halloween.
Bye.